All right, so let's go into hitting. I'm going to repeat some of what I already was mentioning earlier. Okay, so we got Larry LaJoy here. He's my pitcher, so it's not particularly surprising that his power, his contact, and his speed is all rated very low. The yellow bar, that is. However, he is on fire currently, and that's because of his pitching performance. He's my starting pitcher for this game. We're in the 6th inning, and it's 7-0. So that would seem to suggest, not surprisingly, that he's playing very well right now. So because of that, his yellow bars are past the white vertical line, indicating that he is going to be hitting right now and have a better chance than usual to be productive based on what is normal for him. Typically for me, hitters that have this low of power or this low, just low ratings in general, I don't even try to do a power swing. I just keep it with a contact swing, because even if I make contact with the power swing, they still don't have a lot of power to even use for that, so I just stick with contact swing. And I have a couple players like that in my lineup that I exclusively use contact swing at all times, because simply just doing the math, it's going to be more likely they're going to help my team that way. So let's use the contact swing using Larry LaJoy here, and let's see what happens here. And you can see I got a pitch that was not right down the middle of the plate. It was probably towards the top of the zone there. It was towards the top of the zone. I think it was still going to be a strike. For a pitcher that does not have very good ratings like that, anything that you can find that you can hit is probably something you need to try to swing at, because you're not going to get many good pitches to hit that, given their skill set, will actually result in a runner on base. Now on to my next player here. We're using Rob Glover. He's my leadoff hitter currently because my regular second baseman is injured. Look at his contact meter. It's all the way towards the end. This guy is an extreme contact hitter. Not much power though, but he's very fast and has good contact swing, which makes him a very old school prototypical leadoff hitter in baseball, where you used to always have to have your fastest guy and guy who got lots of hits hitting first. But again, perfect example here. He has not much power, so this guy I exclusively use the contact swing with. And he's hitting over 300. He's got a hit today. I think he's already got an RBI today. Look at his mojo. He is currently jacked, which I think is the top hot streak rating you could possibly get. Because of the high contact ability, it's very unusual for him to swing at a pitch and not hit it. Even if it's foul, even if it's not hit well, it's unusual for him to swing and not hit it. My swing or the pitch would have to be way off the plate for him to miss a pitch. Not that it never happens, but it's not going to happen very often. So let's see if we can get on base here. Oh, I tried to go for 3 and I'm out. All right, so let's talk about what happened there. The ball was pretty good pitch to hit. Even with his low power, he still hit that off of the outfield wall. That's not common for him, but because of his contact swing, I think he just got extra power behind it. On that play, obviously, it's not a base running video, but I should have stayed at second. But because it's 7-0, I could make some risk, and it doesn't really matter. But anyways, those guys use the contact swing, really. When you use the power swing, it's harder to time it, and your margin for error is lower. So if you find yourself struggling, or you find yourself just not generating much offense, stick with contact swing for a while until you can work on your timing a little bit more with the power swing. Next hitter here, this is Kasha Emin. She is currently on fire. I think she already has a home run in this game, if I remember correctly. She has great contact and great power. I'm going to use the power swing with this person and see what happens. And so, as baseball goes sometimes, you use the power swing and you just hit a little ball like that. And I'll talk about what happened now here with that. So now the other team is switching pitchers because their guy is just done. So let's talk about that for a second. I used the power swing. And you might say, well, wait a minute. That ball barely was hit at all, and it was just a little lucky single up the middle. Well, this is what happened. That ball was going to be a really low pitch. I still swung at it anyway because I'm doing a video, and I was hoping to have material to talk about. So even though I didn't make very good contact, I still made enough contact for it to be a hit. And sometimes that happens in baseball. You don't hit it well and it ends up being a hit. Sometimes you hit the ball really, really hard, but you hit it directly at somebody and it's an out. That's just baseball, as they say. So anyways, this hitter here, Rhonda Horn, similar stats to last hitter. I'm going to go for power swing. But first, I'm going to steal second base because my team is just really fast and I can do that. Ball was high. Ball was outside. That was a good pitch. I didn't want to swing it. Also good pitch. Oh, okay. And I thought that was going to be a ball. And they called it a strike, so I am out. So let's continue on. Let's get through these guys as fast as we can, and we'll go back to hitting. Oh, that was going to be a double play ball. I couldn't get to it. And that's going to go almost to the wall. They're going to get on the board here, it looks like. All right. Let's put an end to this nonsense.
Foul ball. Out.
That was almost a hit.
Inside. Strike. Inside.
Ooh, that was going to be a strike.
Strike two. You're out. Outside. Foul. Inside.
Ah, it's a good pitch to hit. Yep. As soon as I saw that, I knew that was going to be a good pitch to hit. That ball was much more in the middle of the plate than I was hoping. So there we go.
Strike. Low. Foul ball. You're out.
All right, here we go. Let's do some more hitting. All right, so got another on-fire player, another player that's got high stats. We're going to go for the home run here, especially with nobody on base. We don't have any runner at third, nobody out situations. So let's see if we can get another home run. So that was using the power swing, and we got a good enough pitch to hit, and we timed it good enough that it ended up being a double. Not a home run, but a double and a power swing, even though people always think about home runs. Power swing will result in more doubles if you're making good contact as well. All right, here we go.
That's low. Inside.
Nope, did not hit that well at all.
Safe.
So that's another perfect example of just baseball being baseball. I used my power swing. Big guy, you're being very rude right now, okay?
No, I'm just telling you something.
Okay, so this is what happened there. I used the power swing, the pitcher threw it below the strike zone, it was going to be a ball. I still swung it anyway. Just hit a little weak ground ball, but it was so weak a ground ball that it didn't actually get to any defender. And my runner is fast enough that he got to first, even though he didn't really hit the ball all that well. So sometimes, again, that's baseball. That happens sometimes. So expect that to happen once in a while. Expect it to go for you. Expect it to go against you. It just happens. All right, so now we got runners at first and third. And so I'm going to steal second first just to make sure I don't hit into a double play on the next pitch. So let's do that first. All right, still second. Pitch was a strike. Let's see what we can do now.
Inside.
Given this player, he's just neutral. He's got decent power, but he's got great contact. I just need to get the runner in from third is really my first goal. So I'm going to use my contact swing and see if I can get the runner in from third, or if perhaps I could even do more than that and get a base hit and get 2 runs in. So let's see what happens.
Outside.
That one's outside. Didn't want to swing at that.
Inside.
That one's inside. Didn't want to swing at that. I swung at that one even though it was too high, and I got myself out. All right. So now we just need a base hit. And we got more than that. We got a double and 2 runs score. Just like that. That was just on a contact swing, by the way. So you don't always need the power swing. If you're struggling with the power swing, just stick with contact. You'd be surprised at the results you can still get with a contact swing, and with the player with the right stats. So power swing, I would say, is definitely more advanced, and something that can mess you up if you're not doing well at it. So contact swing is what I rely on if I'm just not generating the offense through the power swing that I am hoping for. Let's do 1 or 2 more hitters, and then we'll call it good. That one I was out in front.
Inside. Foul.
And my runner was too far off second, so that's a double play. All right. Another thing, too. Whoops, I did not mean to do that.
Too low.
Let's pause for a second. So when you're hitting, you have the white circle that's in the middle here. You can control that. You control that with the left stick. Okay? So when you're in the lower difficulties, I would say ego 30 or 40 and below, you really don't need to move that. That will, because of the lower difficulty, it will move it enough on its own that as long as you're swinging at strikes, you shouldn't have any problem hitting the ball well and generating some offense. When you get to the upper difficulties beyond that, 40 plus, 50, 60, you definitely have to move it a little. When you're up toward, like I am at 70, you definitely have to move it, especially if you're facing good pitchers, because they are going to do their very best to not give you anything in the very middle of the strike zone. So keep that in mind if you're a new player or just not a very good player or just hoping to play casual. If you play on the lower difficulty, on the lower ego settings, you can get away with not really having to move that at all. If you're struggling with discerning what is a strike and what is a ball, I would just say don't swing at any pitches until you're at strike 2. Just take a game or 2, even if it means you lose, no big deal. Just watch pitches come through, and try to call it out before it actually comes to if it's going to be a strike or a ball. No one's ever going to be 100% right at that, but hopefully you're right more often than you're wrong. Practice that. Get used to seeing what it looks like, what a strike looks like coming in, without the visual of the bat swinging through the strike zone in front of your eyes. Just watch the pitches come through. Don't swing at anything until you're at strike 2, and be able to really practice and fine-tune your eyeball for the strike zone. Because you're going to be more successful if you're only swinging at strikes. That's just how it is in baseball. Doesn't mean you can't get a hit swinging at a ball, but your chances just go down. And for hitting home runs and for hitting the ball really hard, it's almost always going to be easier if the ball is a strike. So I think I'll call it for now. Those are some basic tips, basic best practices, basic things that I keep in mind when playing. Hopefully it helps you improve at the game. Even if it doesn't improve you to expert level, at least it improve you up 5 or 10 on the ego track. So hit me up in the comments or on Discord or on Twitter if you have any follow-up questions. Thanks, guys. Bye.